When this transpired, I apologized to him then, and I do so now. Ben, I'm sorry. Let me tell you the facts of what occurred for those who are interested in knowing. On Monday night, about 6:30 p.m., CNN reported that Ben was not going from Iowa to New Hampshire or South Carolina. Rather, he was, quote, taking a break from campaigning.
This is what was tweeted shortly before the caucuses opened that evening about Ben Carson's travel plans by our Chris Moody. He tweeted, Ben Carson will likely speak at his victory party in Iowa before caucus results are in so he can catch a flight.
They reported that on television, CNN's political anchors.
Yes, our on-air people came on and they talked about this. They said it's an unusual move by Ben Carson or any presidential candidate to not go directly on to New Hampshire. But again, in no way, shape, or form did they say that Ben Carson was dropping out of the race.
Jake Tapper and Dana Bash and Wolf Blitzer said it was highly unusual and highly significant.
At no time did CNN say that Ben Carson was dropping out of this race. Not online, not on air, not anywhere.
My political team saw CNN's report breaking news, and they forwarded that news to our volunteers. It was being covered on live television.
Then he added, Carson won't go to New Hampshire, South Carolina, but instead will head home to Florida for some R&R. He'll be in D.C. Thursday for the National Prayer Breakfast. And then this. Ben Carson's campaign tells me he plans to stay in the race beyond Iowa no matter what the results are tonight.
This is the Cruz campaign with breaking news. Dr. Ben Carson will be declared to suspend his campaign following tonight's caucuses. They've informed any Carson caucus goers of this news and urged them to caucus for good instead. Thank you. Good night.
I regret that subsequently CNN reported on that. They didn't correct that story until 9:15 that night.
All three of those tweets came out in less than 2 minutes before the caucuses even opened.
So from 6:30 p.m. to 9:15, that's what CNN was reporting.
And for Ted Cruz to stand on stage once again tonight and suggest that CNN did is a flat-out lie.
Subsequent to that initial report, Ben's campaign put out a statement saying that he was not suspending his campaign. I wish that our campaign staff had forwarded that statement. They were unaware of it.
And 45 minutes later, Moody hit it again by saying, folks, Ben Carson is just making a brief stop at home in Florida tonight, and campaign says he'll be back on the campaign trail by Wednesday.
I wish that they had. That's why I apologized.
Executives from CNN have been over this timeline with people from Cruz's campaign. The campaign has been called out for its dishonest handling of this information by Politico, PolitiFact, The Washington Post, and many others. And yet, once again, Ted Cruz stood on stage tonight and suggested that somehow this is based on what CNN did, and all CNN did was report the facts. His claim is false. It was false from the get-go, and it remains false.
The people of Iowa put country and our children above the cronyism and corporate welfare.
That's because he got Ben Carson's votes, by the way.